Definitely not repetitive in the slightest. Just out here on Cuatro once again, chasing red deer with a fresh kind of pack of ammunition, a solid 1,500 rounds to go after these red deer. And basically, same hopes as always to run into that great one. We're about 2,050 kills into this grind. It's the first grind I've ever had that's crossed the 2,000 mark. And what, about 2 weeks? It'll be 2 weeks tomorrow. I'm honestly pretty impressed with that. I'm rather pleased that we got to that point, considering it is in, well, a lot of it was in archer season. There's a red deer there. I haven't seen a stag there in forever, so much that I wasn't even looking. Cool. So, a lot of times I start the runs here, and I'll run kind of down here and look, and most often I don't spot a stag, so that's encouraging. Shoost pigmail, we're gonna try, Tyler. I'm really hoping today's the day. Now, I have basically prepped all of the videos for our little trip down to Georgia for Thanksgiving. So this is, yeah, this will be my last hunt basically before then. Last opportunity to get one, and we'll see if maybe this is gonna happen. Bottom Boy, thank you for the 15 months, by the way. If you shoot a great one live while I'm here rifle hunting, I'm gonna lose it, but I still hope you do. That would be insane. Well, not sure how much, sitting in the stream you can do. I don't imagine it's a lot, if that's the case, but how's your opener going there? Hopefully well. I hear wolves. All kinds of things are going on. Albino Rhino with the 20 months. Welcome back. Just shot 2 diamond red deer at the same lake. I don't think I've ever had that. That's actually pretty neat. Were any of them good sized? And I guess what I mean is 260 plus. Speaking of good sized, I don't know what wolves these may be, but I'm a little afraid of deleting a zone that we may have just discovered, so I think we might kind of run off and hope they leave us alone. Where's the best place to kill ducks in Leighton Lakes? Up in Caliburn is quite good. I've had a lot of luck down in Runaki. There's a couple of small lakes down there that spawn a lot of ducks. And generally, like, the Leighton Lake shore area has a bunch, but I've never killed any big ones. So I don't know if that matters. What's up, Jay? Good to see you, dude. What gun would you like on the map? I assume you're referring to the new map that EW's been teasing, and I'm a little bit, I don't know, a little bit saddened by the fact that there's a good chance sometime in the next couple of days they're going to have more information on that little reveal teaser they had. Basically, and I explained this on yesterday's Twitch stream, when any YouTube creator schedules a video and puts it into a playlist, the playlist will say, like, private video. It shows that there's something there. So for instance, if you go into my The Hunter Classic playlist right now, you'll see a couple of private videos that are meant to come out later this week that I have scheduled for our trip for Thanksgiving. There's one of those in one of EW's playlists, so something's gonna drop here sometime in the near future. Since assaulting the map seems to get a diamond, maybe complimenting them will get great ones. I think that makes the most sense. We gotta really make Cuatro feel good about itself, and it'll spawn a great one. Eric, thanks for becoming a channel member, by the way. Really appreciate you. I'm sure you know the drill as far as linking up the YouTube and getting the member role over in Discord, but if you've not already done so, be sure to do that. Enjoy all the perks of the membership and the emojis here in chat as well. Cuatro's the best map in the whole wide world. It's the bestest map. There's so many big males. I love it. I'm not tired of it after 2,000 kills at all. Not even a little bit. Was there a... Yeah, Razor, thank you for the super chat, by the way. Didn't want that to go by before I forgot about it. What's up, Caleb? When will you start putting out IRL hunting videos? So I'm not sure exactly when that is going to happen. I've somewhat explained it here on YouTube and on Twitch in the past, but essentially we're trying to do something a little bit different with the videos this year and going for something a little bit kind of like higher produced, so it may be like after the season's all done and we can like have everything together. And I'm hoping the finished product is going to be worth the wait. Basically, the way that I've explained it in the past is that for, say, a 20-minute hunting video, it won't just be like 20 minutes of me hunting. You might see 7 minutes of my hunt, 7 minutes of Kyla's hunt, 7 minutes of my brother, or 7 minutes of TK. Like, it could be all kind of changed around. And I think that might make for a better flow of videos especially throughout an entire season's worth of videos. And we'll kind of see. If this format doesn't work out this year, we'll go back to the kind of normal. But I'm excited to see all that all turns out. It's a little bit definitely tougher to do than just simply like, well, here's my last week of hunting. But I think in the end it should be higher quality. I did see the scores of those, by the way. Albino Rhino, that one's pretty good sized. Toes. Goodness. What's up, Joe? Hope you had a good weekend. It's been a good weekend. Got a lot of stuff done. It's always, so like today's the day before we're traveling for Thanksgiving, and it's always the day that I have like the last video recorded is always a good day, because it's just like I've got to edit and stuff still, but all of the struggles, I guess, are behind us. So I'm just excited to get the editing done, and I don't know, we're quickly kind of moving towards rifle season here. I've got a lot of stuff done. Yesterday, if you guys follow me on Instagram, by the way, that's a thing. Kyla reminds me to post on there, so I actually post on there. But yeah, I posted a couple pictures. We've got a blind set up, gun shot in. I didn't post any pictures of the shooting the gun in, but it was almost dark. Had limited time. But I'm feeling like it's coming together. I think we're gonna have a good opening day sit, so it's an exciting time of year for sure. It was a busy weekend, but like I always say, I'd rather be busy and excited about what's happening due to that than, I don't know, sitting there bored and having nothing to do. What's up, TTV? My biggest diamond was from multi and not the grind. I think that's what happened to me on the whitetail one. I had a couple of big ones. I shot a huge level 2 diamond when they could be really big. Boy, I don't remember the score, but it was really high scoring though. Ready to drunk at Red Lobster? Are you ready, drunk, after that English? Roe deer more like toe deer? Oh lord. You'd be squealing like them too if you were a toe deer. What? Flinter Gaming, by the way. I was trying to remember if there's a command on YouTube for it. There might be a Twitch one. I have no idea. Got a 203 Bethesda Ibex. That's a big one, Greg. A lot of times it's like 199 or 200 flat. To cross 200 by that much is pretty impressive. What's up, Clay? How's the grind going on this fine day? Well, so far we've only shot one stag. However, it was at an area that I've not been killing any stags, so that was encouraging. This spot on one of my more recent runs had like 3 at it, so I don't know. Most of these small lakes, when they have individual stag spawns, if I get 3 at one spot or 2 at one spot, a lot of times the next run has none, and that seems to be the case in this one, so we can just move right along. How you like that blind where you can see through it all? I like it a lot better than a normal blind, and I'm gonna say it's been a good 5 years since I've done any rifle hunting out of a ground blind. It's hunting in general, but there's been a couple of hunts where I've sat in a ground blind with a bow. I don't like when I can't just turn my head and, you know, glance in either direction and see everything around me. And just the natural cover of the blinds makes it to where you can't do that. You gotta move around a little more. I don't know, it just feels like it's easier to miss stuff. But I like that blind a lot. You have a lot more visibility. It's the mesh stuff, whatever it's called, like the fact that you can see out but the game can't see in, it seems to work pretty good. If you're really close, like you can see the movement behind the mesh, but it still actually hides it pretty good. So I'm excited to try it out. It's not too far from, actually it's probably only about 40 yards above where I had the encounter with that big 9 last year. And it's also pretty close to some other stands that we have. So worst case scenario, if it just ain't working, we can climb into stands and make something happen there. So got some options, but I like what we have set up. It's about the best spot down there that I can think of to cover all the areas. Excited for rifle? Aiden, I'm actually really excited. This is probably the most excited I've been for rifle season in a couple of years. And admittedly, part of it is because I really feel like I'm going to actually get to fire my rifle. For a couple of years straight here, I've basically only been buck hunting. And in 2019, I was fortunate enough to take a buck with the 30-30. I think it was the first Saturday of the season. But generally speaking, like once I fill all my doe tags, I mean, I'm hoping to get a buck in rifle season, but I'm not always thinking I'm going to see a shooter. This year I've got some doe tags, so I definitely feel like I'll get a couple of opportunities. Then I'm really hoping that we can have Kyla get a couple of shots as well. We'll start to see. Great one grind on Rancho. Eventually I am going to get back to that, and honestly I couldn't tell you when. We're over 1,000 kills into that one for whitetail, and it's just kind of been a thing where it's been put on the back burner due to the other grinds and new content kind of things that are happening. What's up, T-Gallops? Thank you for renewing your membership to 3 months here on YouTube. Got that new badge and everything. Another stag over there. Interesting. Good afternoon, hope all is well. All is definitely well, man. Hope you're doing good too. Got approved for my harvester card. Nice. I just found out that the... is it Metis or Matisse? Metis? Council is offering a free trapping course that I may try to get in on that. Yeah, might as well, dude. Been wanting my trapping license for a while. I would definitely say you might as well go for that, dude. Make a red deer guide on Hirschfelden? I'm gonna be honest, I don't know red deer on Hirschfelden well enough to really make like a comprehensive guide. I could probably run around on Hirsch for a day and be like, okay, here's some good spots. But I don't know, when I do guides, I really try to get as much information in them as I can. Just so that anybody that, you know, is really looking to do a grind or just wants to understand the map better can actually take that information away from it. And I don't feel like I can really offer that with Hirsch. This is apparently a big stag. I don't know where it is. It warning calls. I don't expect it to be like a 9, but could you be in view, sir? Not so much. Oh, there he is. Yeah, just a 7. Can we get a quick shot before he gets below the hill? Think that's gonna be a long? Cool. It's pronounced like matey. Okay, I don't know. Oh, French. Yeah, Canada. Sense make. Is that it? I haven't modded in a minute. Probably not since you've been on the ride mower. Like 3 people will understand that reference. Yeah. Good times. If I delete a drink zone, can I get it back? Yeah, but the funny thing is the way to get it back is by deleting the zone that they move into, and we're going to be doing that a little later on in today's stream. I messed up down here. This area is really easy to hunt the red deer in. If they move over into this corner, it's a pain. Well, unfortunately, I deleted that zone without thinking. They're over in the corner, and yeah, the pain of hunting in that area has ensued. So we're going to be trying to delete that zone today. Mythical. It's a wolf, by the way, not a red deer. I'd shoot that if he stops. Of course, the 6 just stopped. Do you mind? What are you doing? You good? Nope. I would've got that. I didn't have to reload. Why? Listen, dude. Oh my. Got him. That only took 12 years. Anyway. Not the way this lake was supposed to go. I don't even mind if that 6 gets away. Is he doing the same thing, though? Like, why? Again, with the reloading issues. Every time I finally get him to stop. Anyway. Couple of wolf respawns. Maybe it'll make the red deer grind more interesting. Just used up way too many rounds on doing all that. I felt like... to go claim a stag? I don't think we need to. Need to start carrying a bow for a wolves? Oh, that's a good idea. Because the hunting pressure would be reduced. Why did I ever think of that? I like it. Maybe that'll be the move. If they don't hear me say... oh, yeah. What did you want me to pin, or is it the command that he made?
No, I mean, you could do that too. It was just saying that you're using M1 that put a period after every single word. So maybe someone's eyes will be drawn to the message and read it.
Insufficient.
Who would have thought? But
Yeah, at least there's a command now.
But they're not gonna read it. Doesn't matter.
Oh,
That's why you don't send messages. People won't read it either.
I gotcha.
You know?
M1 equals best gun in the game. When it comes to grinding and stuff, it just simply is. I mean, it's the fire rate that makes all the difference, because you get into these areas where maybe you have 3 red stags or 3 whitetail bucks, mule deer, whatever you're going after. It can cover most of those animals that you would be grinding for, and if you can get 3 instead of 2 in any one spot, it makes a heck of a difference. Flinter is 12, yes. Always have been and always will be. What's your favorite hunting reserve? I still like Layton Lakes as my favorite. And my reasoning's pretty simple. I just like hunting antlered animals. It's like the variation in the antlers and all that kind of stuff that I just think keeps it interesting. Are you gonna tell me there's no red deer here now? I didn't delete the zone, I only shot 1 here last time. Interesting. Oh, okay. Just appear from behind the bush. Anyway, yeah, Layton has the most antler species at 4, so it kind of remains my favorite map, and the fact that it's got whitetail, you know, it's one of the original maps as well. All that stuff plays into it. Tough shot to make. Did we get a lung? We had to like tuck that underneath his leg, kind of. Would have been really tough. Okay, I think we're good. This is the first stream I can make it to. Lovely vids, keep it up. I will definitely do my best, man. And thank you. Glad you can make it to the stream as well. Saw what looked like the most beat up M1 granted my local Cabela's, huge dents all the way up the stock, chunks of stock missing, and the bluing was all worn off. They still wanted 2,300 for it? Good lord. That's insane. It's so worse looking than this one because it's got like some splintered away stock and stuff. What would the next great one you want to be added? Is that what you're asking? I don't know. Mule deer, an elk species, something like that I think would be really cool. Next one. Didn't want a mod.
No.
Shoot your red deer.
Leave.
What's happening over there?
So I want you before you leave.
Oh, I see. This is not in game, but if you play Red Dead Redemption 2, you can hunt and skin animals, and there's legendary animals to kill, and you can make clothes from their pelts. Yeah, we were doing a little bit of, there's actually 2 Red Dead hunting videos on the channel now. We were doing a bit of a playthrough over on Twitch, and the hunting is always something I try to go and do, like go after the legendaries, make a couple of those outfits. The one that we ended up doing from the legendaries I like a lot. That's the current state of military surplus rifles? Really? I would not have known such things. Great one jackalope with elk antlers. They can be the Euro rabbits as well, so they burrow and make it more difficult. What's up, Danny? And Hannah, thank you for becoming a channel member. I really appreciate that. If you're not already a member of the Discord, be sure to join that, link up your YouTube, get the member role, get all that good stuff that comes along with it in Discord, and also enjoy the green name and emojis here in chat. Mole deer would be an awesome great one. Yes. Speaking of mole deer, the last day of archery season, I went to a spot that I've only been a couple of times, and it's just, I've had some good hunts there in the past. I almost, in 2016, the year that I shot my bow buck, I almost shot what was a smaller one, probably only a couple of days prior. I was trying to get the full draw, and even though he walked behind a huge oak tree, he heard me, or maybe he saw me or something. Anyway, my point is, I had to walk across a couple of fields to get to that stand. And I made it like 100 yards, and I could see like something laying in the grass. I was like, what the heck? My dad shot a deer out here. Did they gut it right here in the field? That would be weird. And I could get closer, and I saw fur. It's like somebody's just taking a nap right here in the field. There was just a dead possum laying in the field. And I was like, okay, that's kind of weird, but, you know, stuff happens. Walk like another 100 yards, and there was a little dead mole laying there. was pretty sure I was on a curse town. I didn't know what was going to happen. I thought I was next. I was going to fall out of the tree stand. Any new info on Gatorland? Nothing that I'm aware of. Dad missed a big one today, and my Twitch got suspended for the number 13. Nothing else in the comment, just 13. What? That's a little bit odd. Can't say I've experienced that one before. I've had some Red Deer drinking at this spot before, so wanted to give it a look before we continue northward here. If I can fast travel. That's crazy, Eric. For $70? Missed such opportunities. It's an hour and 40 more minutes, by the way. Yeah. Just wanted to help. Look at all these guys. All these sheeps. No red deer over on that side. Sometimes there are, sometimes there aren't. It's very hit or miss. There are these red deer tracks. They are from a small guy. Alright, so the way that we're going to handle that is kind of go over this way, check these areas, and then fast travel back. We'll try to hit him on the run. Obviously, because you didn't say 12, that must have done it. Going on a 5-day hunting trip for a rifle? Nice, Colin. I think... I don't know. I want to do something like that for PA rifle, because I'm always just kind of hunting at my parents' and just driving back and forth and making videos in the middle. Maybe next year I can get enough videos prepped in rifle. The thing is, like, around the time rifle starts is when Call of the Wild likes to release their second map of the year. And often, like, there's hints and stuff, and I feel compelled to make videos on such things, so I don't know. We'll see. Clayton, thank you for the super chat, by the way. Love your relaxing vids. Snuck up on a diamond caribou and took him from 40 yards with a recurve last night. One of my more exhilarating moments. That's awesome, dude. I just shot a diamond fallow at 40 meters with a recurve, and I'll most certainly say that's less of a feat because diamond fallow or a dime a dozen. That was an intense shot to go for. Taking out a more rare diamond like a caribou, that's pretty awesome, dude. Did Kyla smoke a great one yet? I think she has 4 or 5. She just hasn't told anybody. What?
I'm so over this crime.
Yeah?
And I don't want to be like, oh, I'm going to switch after 2,000 kills and go to Tay and get an initial spawn or something stupid. So.
It's not even the initial spawn that I'm worried about with switching maps. It's just simply I'm determined to get a great one on Cuatro, and potentially after that happens, assuming that it's going to at some point, we'll do some hunts on, Parquet and Hirsch and Tay, and who knows, every single one of those maps could have an initial spawn for all I know. But I don't know, a couple hundred kills and maybe a day or two, I'd switch maps. But multiple weeks and literally thousands, plural, of kills, I'm just now willing to switch maps after that. It's too much time invested. Were we out of render that? Because he's supposed to be drinking, like, right there. Oh, there he is. Okay. I was gonna say, we didn't go that far. Would have been weird. That's awkward. Sometimes I'm so confident that I made the lung shot that I put the gun down. That's how we did. Noah, thank you for the super chat as well, man. What is the max weight estimate for a diamond red deer? 210 to 240 kg is the estimate you'll see there. Also, love the vids. You inspired me to get Call of the Wild on PC. Well, nice, man. Hope you're enjoying it on PC. It definitely, from console to PC, there's a couple of obvious kind of differences. One of the biggest things, I think, is the ability to be a bit more precise with certain shots. I don't know, that's one thing I've noticed anyway, so I hope you're enjoying that kind of thing. No content? Are you content to have no content? I see. Less work. All the content, all the work. What's up, Trace? You haven't missed much of anything. Oh, there's 2 stacks here. Interesting. Not that this one's very big either, but I don't understand where he is. Anyway, yeah, it's just kind of been a bunch of silvers at this point. No, we have shot. At least one gold. But no big ones to speak of. In fact, it's been... I don't even know. 6, 8 runs since I shot a diamond? Maybe the game's just slowly crafting a great one. It's like, nah. Level 9 can't happen. We gotta add some suspense. Get that level 10. Oh, there he is, a 5. Holy. Oh, there he is, a 4. Why is this happening? After the big 12 milestone with your in-game cash this year, you need to get yourself a 12-point buck this season? Dude, okay. So, one of the coolest things that we've had happening this year, I think, is the new merch with all the help from Kyla and the 12s and stuff. I've got an orange 12 hat, I've got a camo 12 hat. We just bought new orange vests, and I think we're gonna take them to Georgia with us and put 12s on those too, because why not? I mean, I don't know that we have any 12 points around, but it doesn't really matter in rifle season. I mean, the 9 point that I shot in 2019, that's not a buck that we had ever had any trail cam pictures of or anything, so it could happen. Would just be the ultimate year of the 12 if that were to occur. Is there any angle, maybe a brain shot? Cool. Why are you running so fast? We made that perfect drop shot and then this guy's like, nope, you can't have two. Yeah, didn't turn the way I wanted. Alright, 1 stag it is for this lake. What's your current diamond count? I honestly don't have a clue. 826 it would be, so the 1126 is incorrect. Basically, long story short, the game was incorrectly counting golds as diamonds, and I knew at least pretty close what my diamond count was before that bug started happening. So we also knew, they basically told us like when the update was going to come out to fix that, and I was able to just go hunt a bunch of golds and get my what says diamond count up to exactly 300 above what it should have been, and that just allowed me to easily remember, you know, what number I'm supposed to be at. These red deer are coming back. I bet the stag will too. I really am not a big fan of slowing down for just about anything, but if it can get us an additional respawn, I think I'd like to try to get him. I still don't know why he just took off so fast. Good shot, why thank you. If you don't date for 12 years, then get engaged on 12/12 and get married on 12/12, I'ma die. 12 years might be a little bit of a stretch. Okay, got them both. What's the best rifle to use without a DLC? I guess it kind of depends on what you're trying to use it for, but the 7mm is really good, very versatile. When it comes to grinding, because it is a single shot weapon, it's not the best. The 270 would probably be your best option, or maybe the 4570. Just kind of lacking zoom on the scope. Yeah, I'd probably say 4570 for grinds though. It's got a good bit more power than the 270s, so that's what I'd go with. What FOV to use? Just 60. Just the default, I believe. I don't think I ever messed with it. Just got my second diamond goose. Nice, Cranial. I haven't shot a diamond goose in a while either. I've been kind of solely focused, obviously, but even in my last kind of random outings for geese, I've not had much luck. Still doing my bio paper on dehorning rhinos. Found out some people some people want to drill into the horn to place a vial of dye in the horn, so if it's cut off, it's worth less from being damaged. I imagine even if it's worth less, that might not save it. I don't know what the appropriate response to that is. I guess that's better than not doing anything. I would use the 300 canning Magnum, but it's $75,000. Looks like they could cut it down to at least 35. If you have the Goose DLC, you can earn 75k in like 2 hours probably. Goose hunting is extremely profitable in Call of the Wild, and I would definitely recommend, if you don't have it, I would get it. It's the one DLC that, I mean, obviously you're not making real money, but it's probably the most, like, pays for itself DLC in Call of the Wild. You make so much money so fast, and you can get a bunch of diamonds and rares, and quite honestly, the uncommon and rare geese look really good. So I think, like, it's just a win-win there. What's up, Duck? Just got my great one road here? Me too. There she is. It's worth every bit of 75k though. It is a really good gun. It's one of those ones where, you know, you can take your Cape Buffalo and Water Buffalo, those really big animals with it. But also, it's so much better on, say, black bear, moose, elk than the 270 or the up to class 8 weapons. It's a significant difference in wound time for a lung shot. Obviously a heart shot, you know, that's all well and good, but a lot of times those shots don't really present themselves, so to have something that brings them down quickly from a lung, that's huge. Have you ever killed geese in real life before? I have not. Hopefully someday, potentially soon, there's a possible offer for such things to happen sometime in the near future, so we'll see. How much are like 5 goose for cash in Hirschfelden? If you shoot 5 geese, you'd make about 5,000. They are roughly worth 1,000 cash per goose. Here we go again with the 5 and the 4. Big males. Oh, a 6 and a 4. Moving on up in the world. Should shoot the great one red deer with the 44. You know, I don't hate that, but I've got a different plan that I don't think I've seen done anywhere, whitetail or red deer, so I want to stick to it. I think it could produce a really cool moment. It really does depend on how things work and the location that it would show up. And I mean, we'll see. If the idea that I have is simply not feasible, then that's one I would definitely look towards. I like it. Okay. Ooh, we got that shot in there. And we got along. They're so tough when you're shooting into a herd of red deer at that distance. Because there's 2 things you gotta factor in. Number 1, all the other red deer are moving around because they're alert and quickly going to flee from the shot. The other side of it is, your bullets take longer to get there, so the red deer might start to flee and then you hit further back than you expect. So you almost gotta shoot while the other red deer are in the way, knowing they're going to continue moving, just to get the shot in there in time, and that a lot of times doesn't go as well as it did in that case. What do you think is the best map for beginners? Just started playing yesterday. There's a lot of good beginner maps. Rancho is actually pretty good for beginners. I would say Parquet is pretty good. Honestly, Leighton and Hirschfelden, like, they were the original maps made, so they are, of course, expected you to play as a beginner. What do you think? Te Awaroa as well? That's, Kyla did it basically from level 0 to 60 just on fallow deer on Te Awaroa. I mean, you can move right along as far as levels there. Map is Cuatro Colinas. Yeah, we're hunting on that map pretty much due to the volume of red deer and the fact that they drink during the daylight. 5 to 9. Is there a drink time there? The M1 weapon pack, that's, it's called the Smoke and Barrels weapon pack. It's weird. They were numbered, weapon pack 1, 2, and 3, and then we get to what would be in chronological order number 4. But nah, it's called something different. It's the Smoke and Barrels pack for some reason. Reading is overrated.
Sure is.
I don't read audiobooks for days, bruh.
Plus, like, people just listen and maybe watch your shit on audio and watch. Yeah. All they do is not read the title or more comments when I have them.
You gotta watch the screen, dude. You can't be staring at that chat.
Being highlighted
What?
when I ask their name, okay?
What if that great one comes out and they're reading chat? How terrible would that be?
Yeah. I'll be so upset.
How do you get diamonds? I know it's about respawns, but how does that work? The best way I can describe respawns is if you shoot, I mean, for any species, but we're hunting red deer, so I'll use them as an example. If you shoot a red deer stag, you're going to get another red deer stag back on your map somewhere. It's not necessarily going to be at the same location. It's not necessarily, let's say you shoot a red deer stag out of a herd. The replacement stag may not be into that herd. But somewhere on your map you get another red deer stag, and it's tough to say what the, you know, algorithm formula for that is. As far as we know, it's essentially random. But yeah, that's the basis of it.
Also, how are you so patient since I've seen that 5 times in shower?
What was that?
How are you so patient?
With like grinds or?
I don't know. That's just what someone kept asking me 5 times, so I'm just gonna ask you.
I have a silly answer for that.
Okay, go ahead.
How are you so patient? Because sometimes the question's asked 5 times and you gotta not lose your cool. Now, in terms of patience when it comes to, you know, thousands of kills for a red deer great one grind, or months for a red fox grind that was much more difficult in terms of total kills than the red deer grind is, it's just, I'm pretty goal driven when it comes to games like this. Like, when there's something that I want to achieve in a game, if I can, you know, I know it's a numbers game, right? I don't know exactly what the spawn rate is, but let's pretend the odds of getting a great one is like, I don't know, 1 in 10,000. Well, then I know if I can hunt red deer and kill 10,000 stags, the odds are in my favor that I'll get one probably even before that. So I'm just kind of, you know, playing that numbers game and hoping, wow, that was a bad time to reload, hoping that the stars align. It pretty much comes down to that. Like, I know eventually I should be able to manage what I'm after. It just takes time, and I'm hoping to, you know, have the odds be a little extra in my favor, I guess. Lots of stags in that herd. That has not happened in quite some time. It's usually like 2. Where's your other little friend? There was a small guy in there. I saw him. He may not be the most impressive stag, but wow, he really was hiding in among the hinds, though. Woo, I have no breath. Okay. A little too low, but 2 shots will bring him down. Now we got some claiming to do. What's your inventory and perks? Your inventory right now is kind of all over the place. I've just got, you know, bare minimum basically for red deer hunting. 22 down here is to shoot near a red deer with the 22 round and alert them. If you've never seen that done, you can see it in almost every single video that I do. I'll have a red deer that's not presenting a shot. I'll shoot near it with the 22. That causes them to go alert, and then they'll usually spin around, and somewhere in that animation, a shot opportunity will present itself. As far as perks, I've got in my Discord a text channel dedicated to just screenshots of all the skills and perks that I run. So you can check that out. The Discord link is in the description. If you delete zones and say red deer move into a new zone, if you delete the new zone, will they go back to the old zone? Not necessarily, but a lot of times, yes. It kind of just depends on the location. Like, if I deleted, say, I think there was a zone here. They might go this way, they might go this way. Like, you never know where they're going to go, and it might take multiple iterations of deleting the zone, but eventually they should end up back in the old one. What are the best perk and best skill? In your opinion, obviously. Best perk and best skill. Sight spotting is probably the best skill. That is in the top of ambusher here. Allows you to spot animals in aim mode. It makes a heck of a difference when you're shooting through brush, when you're trying to shoot an animal that's maybe fleeing through brush, and you have to like get that spotting outline. And if you don't have the sight spotting perk, it's with your binoculars, spot it, then pull out the gun, and you've got whatever it is, 3 seconds probably until the spotting outline starts to fade. Having the weapon already up saves you, how long is the animation? Close to that full 3 seconds. It makes a huge difference. Best perk, it depends on your hunting style, I would say. I quite like sprint and load. I really feel like having to stop to reload slows me down significantly. Let me look through them while Rascal is hopefully finding stuff here. Oh, zeroing. I just think, again, for any type of grind, anytime you're trying to be efficient while hunting, if you can consistently make 300-meter shots, your hunts are going to go a lot more quickly. Wendy, by the way, thank you so much for the super chat. I really appreciate the generosity. Your videos are very helpful. You both are awesome. Keep up the great work. I see that both down there. Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Look at the map. Map. I did it.
You did it.
You proud of me?
What's everyone saying? Look at that map!
Are we trying to see where I am on the map?
I don't know. There's 2 people that side, so...
If you're curious as to, like, where all these stacks are coming from, yeah, top right lake, amazing lake for red deer, by the way. Probably got the highest total number of stags out of any lake on the map. I know it's kind of rude to Rascal because he doesn't get to... Oi! Where did that stag come from? That was kind of big. Another big 7. Anyway, now that I know that that's not a great one because I thought it was. Okay. Don't know what that shot was. What the heck was I getting at? Top right lake, lots of stags. Oh yeah. I call Rascal off the track just because he barks and it's annoying. So as soon as he finds the red deer, I make him heal. He doesn't get to bark and find him, but you know, he's doing his job. I'm sure he enjoys the trees he gets back at the Trophy Lodge. How's the IRL hunting going this year? It's not been the best, but rifle season, we're going to turn it around. I got every intention to make that happen. I'm excited. I like our spot. I like our setup. Spinal cord and lung. That was something. Smoked him? Holy, what's up, Wormy? The dog needs to have some affection or it's useless? No, I mean, you actually don't have to, unless we're comparing to real life, you actually don't have to interact with your dog whatsoever. Which I know, yeah, it's a dog. You gotta give him pets and stuff. Come here, Rascal. Don't run me over, that was rude.
That's what you get.
I deserve it. Listen, dude. I'll give you pets for being a good doge. I hope you enjoy the weird feeling of my grass ghillie suit on the side of your face. But does the spot like you? It has in the past. I've shot 3 bucks from there. Shot 3, had that encounter with the big 9 in archery season last year. The year that I killed my archery buck, 2016, my brother went to this area that we're going. And in typical my brother fashion, he, you know, I'm sure he was tired from school and stuff, but he took a casual tree nap, leaned up against a tree, took a hunting nap, woke up to what he says is the biggest buck he's ever seen in his life just standing out there, and by the time he got his gun up, it was walking straight away and he had no shot. So I assume, you know, had I not shot an archery buck, I might have even gotten a bigger one that year, but, you know, having a buck with a bow is special, so I have no regrets as far as that goes. Where are these stags coming from? Is it respawns? Is it zones that are new? Like, I've never killed so many on this back end. Tanker, by the way, thank you for the super chat. Do you think they need to add another low-class weapon besides the 243 and the solo kin? I would definitely like if they would. Another class 3 to 7 weapon would be fantastic. Like, and they could move the 6.5 down to 3 to 7, especially with the amount of power that it has, and I think that wouldn't be an issue for basically anyone in the community. But something else in that range would be good. Another stag. I see you up there. You're not big, but I still sees you. Don't do it. Don't do it. Ah, there's a rock there. Ooh. I'm feeling it today. There's got to be a great one out here. Between a rock and a tree, got that neck shot in there. That's when you pull the Texas heart shot. You know, as much as PA hunters have a reputation for, you know, flinging lead at anything that's brown when it comes to deer season, I wouldn't recommend doing that. What's up, Ricky? Good to see you, man. What about a class 1 and 2 weapon? I think they could take the approach that Classic took with the 17 HMR. It has 2 ammo types in Classic. It's the high velocity and high power rounds, I think they call them. And basically one is good for the smallest of small species and one's better for kind of mid-sized stuff. You know, red fox, maybe, I think geese as well, but, you know. Similar size there. Red fox, coyotes, those sort of things. Should try the tundra ghillie suit. Snow ghillie luck. I'm all about the grass ghillie suit. I think we blend in beautifully. I like how it looks, actually, if you get on a four-wheeler or something. One day, maybe we'll add trophy shots to Call of the Wild and make whatever camo you wear at least have, you know, some impact, because, of course, the camo that you wear in-game literally does nothing. It doesn't matter if you wear the olive-colored starting clothing or, you know, whatever camo, whether your camo matches, whether it doesn't. It makes no difference as far as the animal's ability to detect you. And I kind of wish it did, but at least if there were trophy shots, you know, you'd have a aesthetic, that's not the word I want, but it kind of works. Cosmetic reason to wear the camo and stuff. Anyway, Tanker, thank you again, by the way. What weapon class do you think the gators will be? Well, I think almost definitely because they're a predator. They'll likely go up to level 9. In terms of weapon class, 5 or 6. I can't imagine they go all the way to 7. Hunting gators with the 300 would be a lot of fun, though. I would do that. I see you in there. Hiding. What's up? Nothing? I'm gonna get dead. I would like bug fixes in the game, JK. I mean, you know, they're doing better with that kind of stuff, but always bug fixes are nice. There's a couple of things that have popped up in this update that definitely could use some attention. I don't usually run all the way around this lake. I wish we had counted, because we're probably coming up on like 13, 14 stag kills just at this lake. It's 8:30 too, so we're gonna have time to make it to at least one more. I'm rather pleased with the start to this little run here. Yukon isn't beginner friendly. There's a lot of big animals, and of course the wolves on Yukon. I don't think that's a good starter map. What can you ethically hunt? Caribou and wolves, technically. And again, with the wolves, I wouldn't be doing too much of that with a 243. Ducks, if you use... Well, you don't have bird shot at the beginning. Yeah, I don't know that I'd be spending too much time on Yukon as a beginner, that's for sure. There's the great one. Level 2. Wow. We finally did it. Get out of here. Easy Loot, thank you for the super chat, man. Giving up this game, I'm grinding lion, and just like my whitetail, I can't find any. I know that's how Reggie will go as well. Have a good one. Can't find any lion. I mean, they should be pretty consistent at most lakes around for hunger between 12 and 1500, but if you're set on taking a break, I would definitely maybe go ahead and do that. That ain't gonna work. Yeah, it hit him. Gotta follow up in there, maybe. Big male. Wolves gave 1.5k, and the 243 is ethical for them. It's honestly easy cash if they don't charge. Yeah, the issue is when you do. I think as a beginner, you're probably not equipped to handle a whole lot of that. 54. Huge. Definitely a great one, Hall of Shame. I've had a couple of them throughout this grind. I wish the Red Deer had a huddle multi-mount. It would just... Because I was doing it with fallow. I've got a couple of, like, level 1, or they might even be level 2s, but spike fallow deer that just look fantastic. I want to do a huddle of all 3 spikes. There's another good stag. Where are you guys coming from? And where is your hearts? I don't understand how I didn't get that. Did I claim the one that was laying like right here? I might have. Rascal, help. Mookout, thank you for the super chat, man. I appreciate the support. Sounds like you found something. As long as I know there's something back there, we'll claim the stag and then go back to that. How many kills are you in? I was around 2050 at the start of the stream. I'm going to say we've shot 25 stags by now. That is a number I am making up, but I feel like it's got to be in that general vicinity. If we go into the codex and go to latest harvest, since, yeah, 15 minutes into the stream, or in the last 35 minutes we shot 20, and we've been streaming for 50, so easily 25 stags. We might be a little higher than 2075, but in that general area. Go hunting with my grandpa Saturday. Should I use the 270, 30-06, or crossbow? I say 270. Think that's the move. Low bleed rate. Now, do we have... No, that should have been the one... small one that we claimed. I think this is the last stag from this lake, finally. And we can get out of here. This has been a long run around this one, but definitely worth it. Interested to see the gator multi-mounts if they had any? Surely, right? They're one of those, like, feature species. It doesn't matter what else is on that map. That has to be a feature species. It's the same as, like, wolves when they were on Yukon. Obviously, the Yukon... Oh, there are two that we have to find yet. Alright, let me go get this real quick. Yeah, the Yukon emblem is a wolf. They were just clearly the featured species of that map. You would think gators would be. And you would think they would do a multi-mount or two. Who's a weirdo? Why am I a weirdo?
Because Acid said every time he sees you have a message, it deals with toes.
Well, that's because he's only looking for messages to deal with toes. Don't you know? Ran past one? Huh, I can't believe I didn't see that. I assume that was the one that I just went and got. Multi-mount with a gator grabbing a whitetail? Anything like that, like a gator grabbing some kind of, you know, herbivore species, I think would be pretty neat.
Everyone's saying past it. I don't know how delayed that is, but...
Yeah, I got it.
Okay.
I think I got the one they're referring to. I went back and got one on my left. Looking at chat, looking ahead to other red deer. It happens. Why don't you do the red deer on Te Aroa? There's a couple of reasons for it. Number one, in terms of content creation, I think hunting on a map that is light out is better. For me, like, I don't know. I don't like when I can't see to begin with as the hunter when I'm hunting in the dark. I feel like, as a viewer, it just makes it really tough to have a proper grasp of, like, what's going on around, like, just anywhere. Like, you have so little grasp of the peripherals. When you're playing, you do have a better grasp of it. You kind of know what's going on around you. When you're watching in a, like, somebody that's playing hunting at dark, I think it's really tough. So that's part of it. I also, like I said, I don't like hunting at night to begin with. So there's that. And the last side of it is basically rares. I really don't want to screw up like a melanistic because I can't tell it's a melanistic in the dark. That would just ruin my day. So yeah, just kind of taking such precautions and hunting in the daylight. Little level 6 out there. See if we can... Okay, that might have been a little high. Now we're good. Okay. There are some up in there. Looks like no stags today. That's kind of weird. A little fast travel up to the other side. EW will give us dynamite to hunt gators. Isn't that a way, not gators, but isn't that a way that some people, like, fish for, I don't know exactly what species, but, like, doesn't it, like, stun them? Thought so. Lane's Games, thank you for the super chat. What is that clothing? Is that new? It looks like green Remy Warren. Yeah, I think that's actually the model they use. It is the... What is it actually called? It's grass ghillie suit or woodland grass, something like that. If you made an Apex Connect account, you can see I've got mine linked up here in the top right. You have access to 3 ghillie suits. There's a tundra one, like a woodland grass that we have on now, and I think it's called dry grass that would fit like Rancho. James, thank you so much for the super chat, man. I appreciate it. No cheating in an easy game.
Well, someone asked about a money glitch, and I said glitches are for fishes, and then they said I was just asking a question, and I said, and I'm just giving an answer, and then they said that I use a money glitch, and I'm like, no, why would I do that? The game's too easy to use glitches, and then you can easily hunt geese to get money. So what's the point of doing a glitch?
This is not to meant. Well, try this again. This is not meant to be any insult towards you, but I have to turn the computer on for Kyla. I don't think she has money glitches installed on there.
For real?
Don't think that's happening. Zachary, thank you for the super chat. Can you kill a diamond for me? I can try to kill one during the course of the stream if that's what you're referring to. I can do my best. What's up, Nitro? What if it was two gators fighting? I'd be all for it. You know what? Okay, everybody hold on for a second. If we have a gator multi-mount, is this finally the time when they could add customizable like foliage on the full body platforms? Like some water in there, some snow for like a reindeer one or mustier one of those, or any of the Yukon species. Could that be a thing? I really think that would be such a huge aspect to the trophy lodges. And again, you know, you got a couple of ibex multi-mounts, like some rocks to go in with it. I just feel like there's so much they could do with that kind of thing. We had tracks over here. No stags on this end. Weird. Okay, 907. Can we? Man, this is the place that's been a mess. I'm gonna try to get in there and delete that zone before our next run. Think they might add crocs if they had alligators? I would actually bet that they would. Because if you look back across all the species in Call of the Wild, at one point they added lynx to Medved Taiga. Eventually we got bobcats. They're very similar. They use the same animations. We've seen the same bugged animation that essentially confirms that they're using a lot of the same stuff. What else has been very, very similar? They tend to use a lot of weight and score things. So, funny enough, red deer and musk deer used to score the exact same on the legacy system. Fallow deer and red deer now, I believe, score the same with their true racks. Like, a lot of that stuff does copy over from species to species. And ones that are so similar, I'd bet we'd see them eventually. Zayden, thank you for the super chat. What do you think we should have as some multi-mounts for gators? Yeah, a couple of gators fighting could be cool. Like a gator with some kind of prey animal could be really neat. I don't know, like I said, if they had customizable terrain on the multi-mounts as well, they'd look way, way better. Did you say something, by the way?
No, I just laughed. I was literally running on the back of the top right lake. And you know, sometimes they'll drink on the hill.
Yeah.
I was just running through. I didn't even think there was a red deer, and all of a sudden, I just see this mass jump into the water and then
Go swimming.
back out. And it was a mythical, so it was big. I was like, what?
You scared me. I thought I said someone's name wrong, and I was like, oh no.
No, I just wasn't expecting that.
Cuatro's got a lot of steep terrain that leads right into the side of the lakes. There's a lot of weird stuff that happens like that. Lane's Games, thank you for the super chat again, by the way. I made an account, but I don't know how to get them. If you've made your account and you have like this little thing up here showing that you're logged in, all you gotta do is go into like the weapon locker, you go into clothing, you don't have to buy them. They're just there in your inventory. You can switch through, like you're changing from, say, the starting clothes to one of the camos. Are you a hunter in real life? I'm questioning my status as a hunter after the last couple of weeks archery hunting, but yes, I've been hunting for, if you count small game and stuff, close to 20 years. I think I shot a groundhog when I was 6 years old, squirrel that same year, a little bit of small game stuff, so yeah, been hunting for a long time. You think we'll have other new animals on the new map besides crocs? Almost definitely. We've never had a new map with less than, I think, 4 new species, so I would expect to see, you know, something else, whether it's some kind of small game. I don't know. It looks to be a North America map, and I'm not sure what other big game they could add. But yeah, there's plenty of small game they could do, so I would guess it would kind of be more on that side of things. Good lord. They're all stacked all the way to that far corner.
Where? On that
Your
lake?
favorite lake.
You gotta pop 4 and they'll come back out and separate.
I'm gonna try, but I don't even know if I can.
Oh, well, you can. You just literally pop, 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 pop.
They're in just...
Doesn't matter who they are, just hit some females. It'll be fine.
It's the worst place I could imagine. There should be more stags in here is what I'm confused about. I don't see any. The few times that you'll see me intentionally attempt to shoot hinds. Okay. 4 red deer are hits. Ooh, it's very pink over there already. Might have had 4 good hits, I don't know. Wouldn't mind getting 1 additional one for good measure, because I still see a drink zone right now. Now, a lot of times, and they were running this way, they kind of go across up in there. I don't see them. Man, I wonder which of the 4 was not a kill shot. Because if it was that last hind, I think that was a little far back and maybe in intestines to where it's going to die. If it was the second stag, that shot I don't think was as good. That road here's too far, right? Yeah. I need something over in there. What direction would you run, little roadie, if I chased you that way? Caleb about to get carried on battlefield? You better have a strong back and a strong set of shoulders, sir. No more running into water to escape aggressive animals if gators are present? Yeah, you'd think you'd be running away from the water at that point. I sure would be. Man, I still see a zone, I don't like it. Gotta be something in there. Maybe a stuck one, maybe a rabbit. In your whitetail grind, did you ever run into the problem where you killed bucks in a zone and you revisit the zone later and they're all females? Yeah, actually a lot. There were multiple zones, and of course, you know, my main whitetail grind that I'm referring to, that I'm more familiar with, is Layton. And I'm guessing you're probably doing Rancho, but I've seen it happen on Rancho too. Basically, your bucks are somewhere on the map. They've just moved to another zone somewhere else. And you gotta find where that somewhere else is. And like I said, I hope you're doing Rancho, because on Layton, especially since that last update, I think it was the, it might have been the Rancho update. They just made it to where whitetail can essentially drink anywhere on that map, and that makes it really, really tough to have any success finding a bunch of new zones. So, yeah, but if you're on Layton, that's basically the way to go. You just gotta find wherever they're at. Caleb's done. You did it. Okay. Zone deleted. I'm happy with it. They should move back onto that side, which is a lot more huntable. As far as where any of the dead red deer are, I haven't a clue, but try to find them. There's one. The other hind. There's a stag up there. Okay, so that's the one that we shot when it was walking. Oh, there's 2 here. Both stags? Well, I don't care about the other hind then. We're good. Good to move on. I should play Fishing Planet. You know, I've looked into Fishing Planet. I actually have it in my Steam library. I've played it. It's just not my kind of game, which is weird because, you know, classic Call of the Wild, even Hunting Sim. Some of the past hunting games I've played are slow-paced, and I do enough fishing in real life to where I'm definitely interested in it, but it's not for me. I can't get into it as much. Guess I'm switching to Rancho. I mean, you can find your zones on Layton. If you're, you know, hundreds or thousands of kills into Layton, I'd stay. But yeah, that's entirely your call as far as how far are you in and stuff. How far you're in and stuff.
You're great.
Thanks. How does everybody feel about full body wall mounts? Do you mean, like, multi-mounts per chance? Because, like, you look at something like pheasants, ducks, geese, all those are full-body wall mounts, turkeys as well. That's obviously, like, intended to work that way. Or do you mean some bigger stuff? I have seen, like, Cabela's in those sorts of places do some, like, wall mount, full-body stuff, but the lodges are not really big enough for that kind of thing. I guess they kind of are. Certain places it could work. Do you know how many hours you have on Call of the Wild? I have around 300 hours. Currently I'm sitting at 4,859. Too many, approximately. But yeah, my Steam counter says as much. Smoked diamond goose today. Nice, Oscar. What gun pack is the M1 in? It's in the smoking barrels. I mean for the mountain animals like goats and sheep? Yeah, okay. So it wouldn't work with the plaques, right? They'd have to almost either give you the option to like remove the plaque for some sort of little wall platform to have them stand on. Or I don't know, have certain areas designated just for those kinds of species. But yeah, I mean, if there's room for that kind of thing, it's just variety. It's different. It's something unique in the lodge, so I'd be all for it. What do you think about Bassmasters 2022? I'm not sure I know anything about it. Is that a new game coming out or a new game that's already out? That's a lot of time. It's quite a bit, but at the end of the day, it is and has been my job for coming up on 4 years, so I guess it kind of makes sense. How long have you been playing the game? So, I bought the game the day that it came out, but I actually got to play in their, like, invite-only, not invite, that's the wrong, like, lottery beta. I don't know why I said invite. Basically, if you put your email into a drawing thing, you got a chance of getting drawn to get a beta code. I actually did not get drawn, but I had a viewer at the time that put in like 5 different emails, and they got drawn and got 2 different codes. So they sent me one and I got to play, I think I did 1 video on the beta. I tried to record a second one, but I mean my internet was so bad, the beta was basically over, and my PC at the time could not handle Call of the Wild. It was rough. I was playing at like 20 FPS. Wasn't the best showing of Call of the Wild anyway, so after I played it though, like I knew that it had a lot of potential, and I knew that despite the fact that it wasn't, you know, I didn't understand it well enough, but it wasn't really, it didn't compare to Classic in my mind. And again, it was a big reason why I didn't understand zones or any of that. But knowing that it released in February, I bought a new graphics card and stuff, because I was like, I'm gonna have to play this game. It's a new hunting game by EW. I know it's going to be good, and it turned out to be a good decision. I ultimately got a new PC eventually, but I ran it with that PC for a year and a half. Love 300-meter hard shots. They're just the best. They say it takes 10,000 hours to master something, so don't worry, you're almost halfway. Maybe by that 10,000 hour mark, I'll stop forgetting to reload when I hunt geese. It's bad. You just, you know, it would seem to be such a natural part of it, but I guess there's enough going on between shooting and claiming and spotting, and sometimes you just don't hit reload. Nice, Kevin. Got anything good yet? Nothing to speak of. Couple of mythicals. We've had a bunch of, like, big 7s, which I am very encouraged by. And the most important thing we've done so far was delete the zone down here. That may seem really weird, but it's like the worst spot red deer can drink over on that lake. So we did that the very end of our first run. I'm hoping to get back there by the time the stream's done. It's gonna depend. There's a lot of hunting pressure down there. It shouldn't be, like, they should drink here now, but we'll see. I want to get back there and see what respawns and such has happened. Gonna go get my 200. Get him, Acid. How many whitetail can you hunt in the USA? I'm from Spain, so it really does depend on the state. So for instance, I hunt in PA. You can get 1 buck for a year. And doe tags depend. I think in the past it was a max of like 3. But this year, due to CWD, and if you don't know what CWD is, it's a acronym for chronic wasting disease. It's a pretty big, I almost call it like pandemic in the whitetail deer population all across North America. And it has done a lot of damage to the overall populations in a lot of different states. So as a measure to combat that, there's a lot more doe tags, and the concept is less total deer, less mass spread of the disease. So this year you can have a max of 6 tags. Actually, I think it's 6 in your possession, but it's unlimited. But then, like, individual zones have different maxes. So the zone that I hunt in sold, say, 30,000 tags. Another zone, maybe further west, would have like 50,000 tags. So, like, there is a max per area. And of course, nobody's buying 50,000 tags. That's everybody combined. 1 buck? That is it, Lunar. 1 buck per year for everybody in PA. You cannot get multiple bucks in any manner. What? Not like it matters. We can't even find one.
I've seen them, I just never had a lesson to do anything about it.
Every time that we've seen a shooter buck, the only shooter buck that I've seen this year, I was hunting by myself, but we saw a couple of Kylo shooter bucks, we'll call them. Why are we lagging so bad? What is happening here? No, but just like... Was that Discord making me lag? No. What is doing this? Hold on. Must be a background process of some kind. I'm gonna smoke Discord for now. See if that maybe helps. Seem to. Anyway. We did a good bit of hunting where, like, I either didn't bring my bow or, like, I brought it, but Kylo also had my dad's crossbow. We're still lagging. And yeah, every time that we saw, like, a buck that Kylo would shoot, it was one of the times that I was, like, we only had my bow. Just never quite worked out that way. Maybe the game's spawning in the great one? Maybe. I had that happen a couple of weeks ago, too. The frames just started dying. I think... I'm not sure what it is, but... I've had this PC for a little over 3 years, and I feel like it's starting to have some struggles in certain areas. It's worse than I'm recording, like, way worse. The fan volume has gotten quite loud. It's just called the WoW? Well, I'm not lagging in game. I'm lagging, like, you guys are seeing lag. My game's still running just fine. You know that means the great one spawned in? I mean, I'm not gonna pretend I'm not hopeful it could be something like that. Happens to me more than I'd like. Build a new one. Let me just throw my house payments aside and build a brand new PC real quick. Not to worry. Oh yes, shoulder shots for days. His poor right shoulder. Probably died of not being able to walk any further. Anyway. We need to hit the river still. Oh, you know what? They've moved. They're all by the tent. This was not a necessary place to spawn. My dad loves your videos. He watches all the things. That's cool. Is there people in the US which sell tags for people from other countries to hunt? Like safaris in Africa? So generally... Actually, there might be... I took that maybe incorrectly. So you can buy a non-resident tag. For instance, we went and hunted in West Virginia this year. So, like, I'm a US resident, but I'm not a resident of the state of West Virginia. So I had to buy a non-resident tag, which is a lot more expensive. But, yeah, anybody can get, like, a non-resident tag with the proper qualifications, you know, license and stuff like that. I think what you're possibly referring to would be like guided hunts, and that's definitely a thing as well. You could look up an outfitter for pretty much any state, and yeah, depending on the kind of thing you're looking for, you can have someone that would quite literally like stay by your side, take you out hunting, and I'm sure that would be more expensive. And there's also places that say they own, I don't know, a huge chunk of land, and maybe they'll set you up, like show you where some of the tree stands you want to go to are. Maybe there's lodging there, but they might not like actively go with you on the hunt. Priorities, my guy. Yeah, I've got mine in order. Danny, thank you for the super chat. Nobody's buying 50,000 tags. I begin to buy all the tags and PHs despite the Flantro. You can do that. The tags in the zones I'm in are sold out. But like I said, you can only have a max of 6 in your possession. It's unlimited, but you'd have to be filling them and buying them, and probably like the first week they were all sold out. Adventures of 2, thank you for renewing your membership up to 10 months, getting close to that 12-month badge. Nice to catch a live stream, nice to have you here, man. Glad you can make it in. Goodness gracious, this rock is more impassable than the Wall of China. What?
So wow.
The Great Wall of China? The Great One? It's here? Is that what it is? Gotta go, hope you get the Great One, thank you. Appreciate you hanging out today.
It's 12 more months, but it's fine.
What'd you say?
I said it's gonna take us 12 more months, but it's fine.
No.
Yeah.
It's happening before 2021's over. I believe.
Know.
Yeah?
I'm over it.
I'm not really sure what to do content-wise. Probably once we get back from our Thanksgiving trip. Probably going to start looking elsewhere in terms of other videos, but every spare moment's going to be spent grinding, I do believe. Well, what's a bucket list hunt for you? Definitely I don't necessarily care that it's a bow hunt, but I'd like it to be a bow hunt. Caribou in Alaska. I see. Disappointment.
I don't think I know.
You don't know.
Nothing.
Not a thing.
Not a dang thing.
You're just out here.
Deleting comments and being the worst mod ever.
How could you?
Every single stream.
It's a trend, huh? Well, I don't think I ever fast traveled to this side of this lake last time, by the way. No, it's a bit early, but what do you hope is the next great one? I'm hoping mule deer or an elk species. Something like that. Although I do want them to maybe steer away from antlered species, so I don't even care. Like, Cape Buffalo could be a really cool great one in my mind. God, that'd be a pain to grind. Anything that is that tanky would just take forever. Got my first caribou at 9 years old in Alaska. That is really awesome. Got one stag down there. Another thick 7. It's like the same as what we had on the other side. Except in this case, there's another one there. There's no shot opportunity. I'm tempted to... Oh, we got that too. Tough brain shots to make, but I figured it was best to not have them both running. Ah, that reload might hurt us. I don't know if that was a long shot or not. It didn't feel terrible to me. No spotting in. What's up? I'm good. Thank you, though. A lion with a scar and scratches. Yeah, some kind of like unique fur, unique markings of some sort would be really neat. Got our 7 there too, so all good here. Look at this. Stag's over here. Like, what changes? I don't get it. There must be a wolf over there or something. I don't know if I guessed that correctly. It feels, yeah, it felt way too close to be 0 for 300. Okay, we just shot 4 stags down here. That hasn't happened ever on this grind. Operator Rogue, thank you for the super chat. I really appreciate it. Have you ever hunted in Africa? I have not. You want a moose great one? You know, that really surprised me. EW released a poll asking like what we want to see as the next great one, and Moose got like 42% or 45% of the vote. Maybe that means they'll kind of prioritize Moose. I would have never guessed. I mean, I like the idea of a potential Moose great one, but I wouldn't have thought that large a percentage of the community would all vote for Moose. Are feeding, eating, resting spots the same across all games, or are each of them different on every account? Okay, so a little of both. Every map is somewhat unique in the locations of those zones. Now the times are the same. They can be different. So like Red Deer on Cuatro, they have like an extra drink time in the middle of the night versus what they have on Parque and Hirsch. But Red Deer on Te Awaroa have a completely different drink time. So map to map species can be different, but say like my map and your map and everybody else in the chat's map, all of our Red Deer are going to drink at the same time across there. And then yeah, like locations, for the most part, a lot of them are going to be consistent regardless of whose map it is. But there are some, like, you know, maybe I've got Red Deer down on this end of the lake and you've got them over here. Maybe you have no Red Deer at all, but you'll have Red Deer in some location that I don't. Kind of that sort of thing when it comes to zones and zone locations. Oh, there we go. I was going to say, I don't quite understand how that stag is avoiding our line of sight, but just a little beyond our view. No, either one of those were lung shots, huh? I don't know. Try one more and see what happens. Why are you spawn mashing the middle tower, Acid? You bad lad. No respect. The police are coming for you. Doc's coming in with his siren taped to his forehead. Would you hunt chamois in real life? Yeah, I think so. I think they're a neat species. Went bow hunting this weekend and got the worst buck fever? Does that mean something went wrong shot-wise, or just got buck fever and that's it? Thoughts on putting bands on the diamond or rare geese and ducks? That would actually be a really good idea, and I think a really cool way of adding a bit of rarity. So here's the thing, like with rare ducks especially, but even some of the like uncommon geese, you don't really, they're not that special. they come along a little too often. If they made it incredibly rare, or at least more rare, to get like a banded duck or a banded goose, and then you could kind of stack that up like a diamond banded goose, or a diamond, or sorry, a rare banded goose, something like that. All of a sudden it's way more interesting. You and some content creators would get along. Oh dear. Shots fired. I want to hunt Tur. I watched a video of a guy in the mountains taking the world record using a bow. I assume that's a goat species of some kind. I'm not sure I know exactly what they look like, but there's a lot of just insane sheep and goats that, I don't know, they're in these crazy mountains that you're not even aware exist until you look up that kind of thing. Kyla versus Acid. The ultimate throwdown. I win 100%. That's what you think. You haven't seen Kyla's final form? What's up?
My what?
Final form.
You haven't seen Kayla yet.
You haven't... Kayla or Kale?
Kale. Or Kayla.
Are you Kayla too?
Kayla's scary.
I'll spit up my drink. How do I know at any given time who I'm talking to?
Acid. You're lame. That is all.
What were you filling out the other day, by the way? What were you filling out the other day? It was like an
It
email.
was for Kohl's when I was buying something. And I did a fake email and fake name. So it was literally Kale Lame.
Kyla's alter ego is Kale Lame, and I love it.
Here's why I do want to make 3 accounts so they keep giving me a password.
Who writes down password? That's lame.
I know
Kale won that one. There's just no winning. You gotta accept it. Does Kyle have a channel? Yes and no. She does, but there's no content on it. But at the moment, she's approaching 600 subs because she's just the best.
No.
Yep,
Not the best.
the best.
They're like, oh, Flinter's girlfriend has sent to her for some reason.
Oh, really?
I'm guessing that's who sent
I see. You better pick it up. Those things are worth their weight in gold. What? Have you ever been in Italy? I have not been outside the country, actually. Never had such experiences yet. What if they made a white-tailed deer with branches on its antlers and it's more rare than the great one? Okay. When you say branches on its antlers, you mean like the great one red deer with the brush on its antlers? I think that's a cool idea, but I hate that it's all the exact same. Like if they could have done some that's more like vines, some that's more, I don't know, just branches. I don't like that it's just like almost elegant. Like they're all like, okay, so some looking, elegant's the best word I got. Some looking like that's good. But some I actually think should kind of look like they just raked the heck out of a tree and just look all brushed up and terrible. Is my half-rack 6-point. His antlers were all, like he had just been rubbing on a tree like that morning or the night before. He had all kinds of like moss and stuff stuck in the bases of his antlers, and I left him that way. I thought that was cool. Will you do IRL vids of training your puppy when you get one? That one's up to Kyla. Someone asked if we'll do IRL vids of training a puppy when we get one.
Oh, yeah.
Little doggo is gonna be a star. We should name him Star.
You're gonna have an Instagram and everything.
Oh dear lord.
But
As long as I don't have to run it. I can't even run my own.
oh,
Okay, good.
cute dog on Instagram,
Not what? Oh. Never mind.
Yeah, no. Caleb knows.
I didn't understand where you were going with that. Waiting for that first vid? Whoever is the first to comment first on Kyla's first video, whenever that may be, I think they're going to go down in history as an absolute legend. Big male.
They have to comment 12.
12.
Literally. Or I won't. I want to pin it if it says 12.
Will your 12th video be a face reveal?
But people know what I look like.
Will your 12th video be a toe reveal?
No. Free. They would have to pay for that.
Oh, I see. Premium content, huh?
Yep.
Goodness gracious. Kind of new to Call the Wild. Are all-time mule deer ridiculously wide? There's different racks that are not as wide. There's also a rack that's still broken and basically sitting on the deer's head backwards. Only species in the entire game that has a rack like that, and of course it's a diamond. Hopefully they fix that sooner rather than later. There were two. They fixed one of the backwards one, but there's still another one. Here we go with the toes again. I was just asking. Cartmeat guy's not in here today. He did a toe reveal on Discord today. It was great.
Do you really?
Well, I think he got a tattoo, and he posted a picture saying like I don't know how it works. I don't have any tattoos, but basically like getting the tattoo made his arm swell up, so they had to stop early, so they're not done. But anyway, he was standing barefoot, and I was like, "Is that a toe reveal I see?" He was proud of it though, unlike some people here that hate toes. No thanks.
No?
Nope.
Sure?
Pretty positive. How rare is a melanistic brown bear? Unfortunately not that rare. Albino brown bear are about as rare as it gets in Call of the Wild, and you would think that melanistic would be more rare, but it's for some reason not. Melanistic brown bear are unfortunately a little more common than I think we'd like. There are some big males at this lake. Tell you what, between my bottom right leg and the tornado leg, I've killed 7 stags. I haven't had that at all this entire grind.
Thick tornado light.
That thicken.
Thicken.
Flandro equals Flanto. They've been calling me, because my first name's Thomas, they've been calling me Tomas for years, so, I mean, is this any surprise? Get away with your toe fantasies. They're not fantasies, some people just hate toes and it makes me laugh. Just got out of school, I've never joined your stream, I'm glad you can make it in. This is definitely an interesting time to join, but hope you're enjoying. The good news is, as we're running around having all kinds of strange conversations, we're killing more stags in some of these lakes than we have in the past nearly 2,100 stags, so that's encouraging. What map is this? This is Cuatro Colinas. Amazing jokes. You love my humor.
They're so amazing. I just laugh so hard every single time.
Is that right?
Joke. I just can't even contain myself. Of such greatness.
Dude, I say the best one-liners in history, and I get met with stares of disapproval.
Like, my family loves them, but, you know.
My brother likes him. Everybody else in my family looks at me like I'm an idiot. By the way, anybody that's curious why that red deer harvest screen just flashed on the screen, sometimes when you fast travel, the animal, like a dead animal's body, disappears. But if you still can walk to the exact position where it's dead, and, you know, due to tracks, you can get pretty close, just naturally, you can still have the confirmed trophy prompt pop up. And if you do that, the harvest screen flashes for a second and goes away. But you still get credit for the harvest. That's the important part there. Check your Discord DMs. Need an on-stream reaction. I had to close Discord. It was making my stream lag.
Check your phone.
You think I got time for this?
Yeah, it'd be quicker probably.
There's a great one red deer out here,
Oh, yeah.
waiting to be killed. And you're trying to distract me with probably pictures of Acid's toes. I swear if that's what it is, I'm gonna be annoyed. He didn't even send me anything. What's the importance of 12? It's a really long story. It's just kind of like a bit of a meme that took hold in the community, but
12 is 12.
12 is 12.
It's a lucky number, is what we're gonna say.
It's a lucky number. It was an unlucky number for one of my moderators. The reason that it ever took hold was basically, okay, so the Discord terms of service requires that you're at least 13 years old to have an account. And for my youngest moderator at the time, because he was young and he was like 17, but still, we would make a joke that he's 12, you know, like you're not even old enough to be on Discord. That was just, you know, a stupid little joke. Well, somebody took that out of context, maybe because they didn't like him or maybe because they thought it was genuine, and like reported him, and he got his account banned for being 12, even though he's obviously not 12. And that's kind of where it all took hold. That guy started trotting right when we shot, and that messed everything up. Caleb did? Oh. Mel says hi, she'll be back after she shoots the red deer great one before you. Oh, I see. Alright, cancel the flights, I'm staying here, I gotta beat Mel.
Why?
I'm kidding.
I'm still gonna drop more.
Oh, true. I literally can't even load it. Caleb's toes are just too powerful. I literally can't, nothing's loading. I don't know. As soon as I opened Discord, even on my phone, the frame started just dying again, by the way. I can't imagine that has anything to do with anything, but it happened. Please tell me the best weapon pack. In my opinion, it's the Smoke and Barrels pack. All the frame strugs.
Whoa!
What specs does your PC have? If you scroll down in the description there, it'll tell you. When should I use a tripod? Most of my kills are solo stags. If you have any locations where the stags are spawning, like, in herds. Are we skipping frames, or what's this thing? Yeah, skip frames detected. That's awkward. Back to normal? Okay, I don't even know what fixed it. Anyway, Basically, if you have herds that are consistently spawning, I would say 2 or more stags, that is a time to definitely use a tripod. Mel, thank you for the continuation of your membership to 4 months. Rude. Listen, great ones are serious business.
We're all struggling out here for great ones.
Casual, just shade tossed there. I heard that.
Never.
Shot a legendary big rag just now. Nice. Why are the frames dying? I really think there's... My PC might be on the downslope of its life here. It's funny, it's absolutely fine for like 90% of the stream, but randomly it's just like, no, I can't do it. It's not the internet.
Oh.
It's the... either the PC itself or something within that. Caleb's gonna smoke a great one, Red Deer.
I'll just not play it then.
Yeah. I mean, if Caleb can do it.
That's not what I meant.
That's what you were saying, I heard it.
No.
We won't be friends. See? That's what you meant. You said it. I'm just translating. You'll probably beat me. I'm at like 3.5k with 20 diamonds. I'm barely at 2k, so I don't deserve to be.
I just got 12 diamonds.
I think I'm still at 9.
Get it together.
I haven't had a diamond in forever.
Look at the small.
Yeah, I only get big diamonds for the most part.
What a life!
Yeah?
The biggest one I have from this grind is a 265 flat. That's it.
You poor thing. You only had 265.
I know.
That's definitely what she meant. I know. We all know. There's another 7. And he's dead. I mean, Cuatro's still grinding with a lot of kills. I still think Cuatro would be... I don't know, like if you find one and you kill one, don't you want some screenshots of it? It just, I don't know. Taking screenshots at night on Tate just wouldn't be it for me.
1800.
Yeah, you'd have to shoot it right at that beginning, but even still, it'd be kind of dark. Riptide, thank you for the super chat, man. Have I missed anything good? Nothing really to speak of. No rares, no diamonds yet. Still got 20 minutes to make something happen. Have you gotten any IRL this year? I got a doe and my biggest buck last week. Pretty good 9 point. Probably going to score in the 130s. Very nice, dude. I've been trying to avoid spoilers, so I haven't said exactly what tags have been filled, but I definitely have said on stream that my buck tag's still in my pocket, so trying to fill that here in the upcoming rifle season. What's the name of the multi-mount manager in the Trophy Lodge? I think it's Matt's multi-trophy or something. I had to rebuy Parque Fernando after the new map came out. There was some kind of bug or something that was basically saying like you didn't own DLCs even though you did. And I thought some of that was fixed, but maybe not all of it. What's up, Boofington? What rifle are you using? The M1. Big male. Alright, to the next.
Alright, remind the class. You're using the M1. You're on Cuatro. What else? No answer.
Great ones don't exist. Was that the other thing I was supposed to remind you?
Yeah.
Okay. It's all a ruse.
I need a pep talk. Ugh.
And I thought you didn't like Pepto.
Oh my god. Stream over, we gotta go.
Why are you gonna...
I'm gonna take you to the airport and done.
Oh, I see. If you don't mind me asking, what county in PA do you live in? Because I'm in PA as well. Yeah, I usually don't even... I guess better safe than sorry when it comes to that kind of stuff. I usually... West Central PA is the best I'll usually give out. What map and gun are you using? I'm on Medved Taiga with the 22 pistol. I also have a mini heart attack when I find a diamond potential. I still get that with like certain species. Red fox, coyotes, like ones that you don't see those max levels of often. I really get it with that. I use the 300, it's way easier.
Same.
Yeah, for me the reason that I'm using the M1, for one it's the fast fire rate, and I feel like I'm generally consistent enough that it is comparable? Both? Anyway, I'm a big advocate in these sorts of grinds of using the weapon that you're going to use for, you know, the diamond or whatever. Now the thing is, if I was grinding for a diamond red deer, yeah, sure, I'll shoot it with the M1. But I'm grinding for a great one red deer, so I do intend to use a different weapon to make it a bit more interesting. I want to use a bow of some kind to require myself to get close. Because when you get, you know, 20 meters from a great one or something, it is, I don't know, there's a lot more adrenaline and stuff that goes into that. So yeah, I mean, do I need to use the M1 here? Not necessarily, but anytime that I'm shooting a diamond or something, if like the angle's weird or something, you know, I've shot 2,000 other red deer with the M1 by now, so I have a pretty good idea of what angles are going to be effective and what aren't. That's my basic reason for not using a different weapon. 300 is life. I like to see that thick gold counter by the end too. Turned right into that, my guy. Can I say that that is the 2021 mood? What, 300 is life? Or dying? Dying. What scope do you have equipped? The Argus. I'm one of not that many, as far as I know, people that prefer the Argus over the Hyperion. I like the zoom. What?
Someone wants you to check the DMs.
Where?
Just look down and see like the 5 missing. Check that time out, bro.
What DMs am I supposed to look at?
No, some person saying that's probably Instagram. That's the only way someone can DM.
I see. What's up, Mason? Watching you at work between working on cars? Well, hopefully it's a good way to pass the time. We're just out here, you know, hunting inflatable red deer as they float across the lake beautifully. Nice and boat-like. Dying, obviously. How many diamonds so far in this stream? None. We haven't seen in like a good nearly 10 runs straight. We haven't seen a diamond or a troll 9. And I don't really know what to make of that. Hopefully that means a great one's coming. Now when it came to my whitetail on Layton, I shot 2 diamonds that day before the great one. Actually, I shot one, did the whole run through, found a another diamond, went to record that, and then the great one ran out. But I still shot the other diamond first because of the way things went. How many fabled spotted boys did I miss? 12, obviously. How do you spot animals with a scope? That is a skill at the top of Ambusher here, tier 2. Sight spotting, it's quite possibly the most useful skill in the entire game. Maybe I'm in for a great one then, no 9s today yet. How many red deer do you think you kill per day? It's gotta be... We're at a pretty similar rate. You're probably killing about 100 more per day than me. How many 9s do you get per day? I guess is a better question. I can get a pretty good idea of how many red deer you're killing per day based on the number of total that you're at. You look at the animal? Yes.
What's a good beginner's map since SRP has glitches on the fast travel?
Oh, that was actually annoying. I just recorded a SRP video to come out on Friday, and took a little bit of working around to deal with such things. Good beginner map, Teawaroa, Rancho, obviously Layton and Hirschfelden. I mean, the game was made with only those 2 maps, and obviously everyone was expected to be a beginner when the game came out, so those maps are of course good for beginners as well. I don't know, I think those would probably be my top kind of 4. I'd probably go with that. 2 to 300 easily, normal 1 to 2 nines. So usually, I'm more in the area of like 200 a day. It's been 13 days. Yeah, I'm a little under 200 a day, but I've also had the last like 4 days I've been working on videos for prep, so haven't gotten to do nearly as many. So I'd say it was close to 200 a day most days, and at best a 9 every other day. Where are you on the map? Right now we're at this little lake here at the far east side. It's a nice spot. I forget if the video has come out or not. I had at least one hunt here where I shot 4 stags at this lake, which is kind of rare, but it's like a cycle thing. There's different lakes on Cuatro that will at random times seemingly decide to spawn a ton of stags, and then it almost without fail, the next time I come back, there's none. SRP is the best beginner map in my opinion. The amount of pronghorn around, I can kind of get behind that. I think Tay might be rivaling that though when it comes to feral goat, chamois, and fallow deer. Maybe it's slightly more than that. I had 4 diamonds the other day within a few hours, including the 270. I think I killed 2 in one day once. That's been my best. I really... Rares and diamonds on this red deer grind have not come easy. 2,000... Call it 2,100 kills by the end of this stream. 9 diamonds and 4 rares. If you don't count the Tay rare, which I wouldn't. Should they add regions? They have regions? I'm not sure I know what you mean there. Can you get great ones in single player? You can. Most, actually, so unless you're the host of a multiplayer game, you cannot get a great one in multiplayer. We're not really sure if it's intended or not, but basically, what happens if you're not the host is you'll see a really small rack on a higher level animal than you should see. So for instance, red deer, it seems to be like a level 3 rack on a level 7 red deer. Something like that. If you see that, it's probably a great one, but if you shoot it, you're not getting credit for a great one. The host would see it as a great one, but you won't. So you could host multiplayer, like I was doing that a couple times. Kyla was helping me with the grind at the beginning here in a couple of streams and stuff. I would still see the great one, but she would see it as a random, weird level 7 with the tiny rack. At least I know I'm not doing too bad then. Now I'd say you're doing pretty good in terms of numbers. Some people just have it. I mean, Scarecrow kills like, it feels like 6 diamonds a day, I swear. He had like 4 level 9s during one of my streams in which I had none. Are they in multiplayer and single? They are. It's the same population. If I host multiplayer right now, the exact same red deer would be on it as if I were to host single player. Same thing. 600 kills in, 6 rares and 4 diamonds on Tay. And a lot of people will say it's Tay, but I don't think it is. Like, I've done quite a lot of red deer hunting on Tay. I've never shot a diamond red deer on Tay. And it's not that I've been grinding on Tay, but I mean, to the tune of 600 or 700 red deer just randomly. No caps, you'll make Kula mad. Coca-Cola.
So you'll be streaming Sunday, this upcoming Sunday, correct?
No, we'll be hunting.
So the following Sunday, or the next,
Are you trying to find when the next stream is, or?
No, someone asked if they could play Classic with you, and I said, oh, you know, next Sunday, you host multiplayer for Classic on Twitch, and they asked which Sunday, so I didn't know.
Yeah, so, that guy looks a little dark. I don't think he's a male. Anyway, the upcoming, like the next Sunday in line, we are going to be rifle hunting. It's the one and only Sunday in PA that you can rifle hunt. And yeah, I'm sure we'll be out. There's no way, even if we fill both of our buck tags, which would be insane, we still have enough doe tags that we'll be out on that Sunday. The next Sunday after that, here, I'll get the date. It would be December 5th is the next time I'll likely be hosting Classic in a multiplayer stream. Now, if we have an incredible rifle season over the first week, we may do a random Classic stream before that, but I don't find it that likely. I don't think we killed that one. If we had more time, I'd go and claim it, but it was a 6. I'm not too worried. Leave me alone, Mom, I'm streaming. The first time I ever did a live stream, and actually technically I didn't, because the internet at my parents was so bad, there was no live streaming happening there. So at the time, I was in like a Discord call with Zaggy. He streamed to my channel, and then like, you know, I was the one addressing chat and stuff. So I told like my parents or whatever, I was like, hey, I'm gonna do a live stream. You know, if you could maybe just try to be a little extra quiet, or at least, you know, don't come bursting into my room to say hi or whatever. That would be appreciated. So I did all that, and it was pretty cool. Like, it was the first time I ever had anything like that. I think there were like 50 people watching live. So I went downstairs and I was gonna, after it was over, I was gonna like tell my dad about it. I was like, hey, you know, I had like 50 people watching me. It was pretty neat. So I went to be like, I came downstairs and I said something like, do you even know what I was doing? He goes, streamlining or something like that? Like, yeah, Dad, I was streamlining. You got it. Get the frig out of my room. The amount of times, actually, and just to be clear, nobody in my family knows when I stream, still, like 4 years later. But the amount of times that I'd be streaming, and I only stream once a week, Monday at 3 p.m., that my mom would like burst into my room. I'm not talking like slowly open the door, like throw the door open for some reason, and I'd turn around like, what are you doing? And then she'd like tiptoe away, and I'd like hear her tiptoeing down the hall, like trying to run. I'm like, oh boy, this is worse. I gotta stay muted for longer. I don't know. They never had a. I guess they didn't really care when I was streaming. Maybe that was it, but it seemed like nobody ever knew when I was actually live streaming. Good times. Tuesday is over there. That's different. Professional string lighter? Yes, sir, that's me. Don't you walk behind that tree. Don't do it. I mean, you can walk behind it and then continue. That's fine. Did we miss that second shot? Do I fast travel back? Do I not? I guess I do. I'd rather kill him. He was playing Class a couple days ago and it was private. Yeah, usually if I'm doing that, I'm probably recording. I've kind of, in recent times, started hosting multiplayer when I record because it seems to generally result in higher scoring animals. So that's kind of what I'm doing there. What's the point of the dog you have? On occasion, if I make a bad shot, or if I shoot a stag, especially in like a really big herd of red deer, sometimes like tracking that stag down could be difficult, so I'll send the dog on the track, and he'll find it a lot more quickly. It just saves me time in the long run for those ones. Every level 3 and 4 stag I see in this grind makes me slightly more sad. I killed a 2 earlier. I was proud. I probably got a couple people's as soon as I said it, I was like, oh, I shouldn't have done that. Probably some people that weren't watching the stream real close. It popped, the level 2 popped up, and I go, there's the great one. Might have given some people some false hope. Are dark gemsbuck, are they rare or are they common? Dark gemsbuck are basically an uncommon. They're not a rare. They're one of the more, this is gonna be weird, they're one of the more common uncommon. That's the best way I can phrase that. How many big ones you got this stream? I guess it depends on your definition of big ones. We've shot a couple of mythicals, a lot of big 7s today, and I don't know, the occasional gold 6. No level 9s, obviously no great ones. Need to get the dog, big herd tracking sucks. Yeah, that's the biggest thing. A lot of times, like, the game just simply can't handle that many tracks. So some red deer just don't leave tracks, and a lot of times, for some reason, it's the one that you shoot. Watched your classic video on Willow Ptarmigan yesterday, and holy crap, your voice was so different. Yeah, and I don't even know exactly what the difference was. I think to some degree back then, I don't even, like, I don't know what approach I was trying to take, but I guess I was trying to sound more serious. If you, I don't mean to make fun of my brother, but if you watch my brother's IRL hunting videos, I think he kind of does the same thing. Because if you listen to him talk, he's a lot more upbeat, but he literally sounds depressed. I've done the same thing, so I feel like I'm allowed to make fun of him, because that's how my voice sounded in those videos too. M1's the best grinding gun in the game? It definitely is. Are you and Kylie going to put up Christmas trees and celebrate Christmas? That's the plan. Christmas and traveling. We'll have to figure out what days that's going to be too. The good days. The best days?
The best days.
Best day ever. Quote SpongeBob out here. Watch your brother's channel. He's on the Meat Hunters YouTube channel. Myself, TK, and my brother have done content there. Eventually, Kyle will be in such videos. Never? Does the dog bring ducks back? Unfortunately, no. What's your favorite map for red deer? I would say Cuatro. Tay obviously is really good for red deer. I like Parquet a lot. God, I thought that was a Ronda. I was like, my God, that thing's huge. Anyway, yeah, I like Parquet a lot for red deer. And I think it probably would be the easiest map to grind if not for the fact that there's so many pumas on that map and they drink at the same time as red deer. I think you'd get a ton of just fleeing red deer and frustration and sadness, and I just don't want to deal with that. You whoop me on the daily with red deer kills? You've probably got as many red deer kills, if not more than me. Because the last bunch of days I've had to do video stuff and not do many runs. Or hunting, yeah. The days that I've been hunting, you've killed tons. Didn't you kill... You had some kind of rare when I was hunting, right? Just casually sending me off into the woods so you can have all the big male spawns to yourself. Let's see. Wasn't she in some of the turkey vids? Oh, that's right, she was in those. She's already been on that channel. A 150 to 180. I didn't shoot that one yet. Where's this small male hiding? This is level 2 potential out here. I'm excited. There he is. I see him. Where'd he go? A 4? That'll do. I wanted to get to one more lake here, but by the time we claim both of these, we're gonna be almost to 5 o'clock. I don't know, is there like one more single spawn? Not really. Yeah, we'll see. By the time we recover these two. Great one incoming. I don't know. I don't know if we're gonna fast travel anywhere else or if we're just going to call it quits after these ones. Are the drinking times random? They are not. The drink zone times are the same across everybody's map. So like my map, your map, everybody else's map in chat. As long as it's the same map, and when I say that I mean like your Cuatro, my Cuatro, and everybody else in the chat's Cuatro, all their red deer drink times are the exact same. But the red deer on Te Awaroa, for instance, drink at a different time than they do on Cuatro. Hirsch and Parquet are the exact same. Cuatro is basically the same, but with an additional, like, midnight drink zone. And then, yeah, Te's entirely different. Alright, let's see. It's 4:59. Not allowed to quit yet. Let's, this will be a pretty quick one. Got a Diamond Lion? Nice. One of my absolute favorites, the Diamond Lions. And I've had quite a few. I never get tired of seeing a level 9 pop up on them. There's a stag up there. I already see it. Kind of a nice stag. Another big 7, though. Lots of weird wonky 7s today. It's not only been a bunch of 210 to 240s. most of them seem to be uneven, which don't know if that means anything at all, but 'tis the fact of the matter. None up here? Oh, there they are. Weird spot, another thick 7. That's just par for the course, isn't it? Another little stag. Where's this guy going? I don't quite know what he thinks he's doing there. And as for this guy, I have to do something a little creative. Did that alert the small guy? Because the issue I'm having is I can't see them both. If we only get one, that's fine, but I would like to, at pretty much any given time, get all stags that I have an opportunity at. There he is. Okay. Alright, now we gotta shoot the back one first because the shot is a lot more difficult to make. If he wants to lift his head at any time, we're all waiting on you, Mr. Level 5. Alright, had a little bit of patience required there, but I do believe we got them both. Cool. Alright, got a couple to claim, and we will be getting out of here finally. Another, I don't know, 60, 70 stag shot today, and unfortunately, another hunt without a great one showing up. I gotta think it's somewhere around the corner. It just, the amount of stuff that's changing, I feel like, and that might not have anything to do with it, but when it came to the whitetail grind on Layton, all my zones changed. And I feel like zones are really, really changing quickly here on Cuatro. I'd like to think, you know, it's going to happen sometime soon, but who knows. I saw a piebald diamond fallow deer, and don't know if it's super rare. It most definitely is.
Wow.
Wow. Kyla's dream kill. I like the piebald fallow a lot. I see. What traits do you have on your dog? So this particular dog I kind of have set up just to be a little more fun. He's still a good tracking dog. You can see what I've got all across here, but I mean, for instance, the fact that I have that, I don't think that's very useful, so it's just kind of, you know, a little fun thing. The cool thing about that howl trait, by the way, if you play a lot of multiplayer, and if your friends have dogs, you can use that howl, like, command, and everybody's dog will howl, not just yours. It's neat. Can I get mine sometime soon as well, then? No. You have to wait. I gotta leave for, like, 5 days. We're in this together. You gotta wait. Not really. You should get it while I'm gone. I would be happy for you. What, Acid? Oh. I didn't understand. Taylor Swift, right?
Tay Tay. Just like that.
Just like that? Just like that. Thanks. I really appreciate it. What's up, the Flying Buzzard? We are just wrapping up the stream here. We have one more red deer to go and claim. I didn't keep a super close count on how many we shot today, but oh, wait a minute. How is there? Did I shoot one? Oh, that's right. There was a fourth one down there. Okay, 2 more red deer at the claim. But yeah, hopefully, because no diamonds, no rares today, hopefully it's just ultimate progress towards that big male. He's got to be out here. It's got to be happening. I believe. Why would you be so cruel? Thanks for the luck. No worries. What's up, Timothy? 2 more. Yeah, I forgot that little 4 was walking across the way there. And even 7 for once. That's always appreciated. And a level 5. Just a tank of a red deer. I didn't actually look. Sometimes I've got red deer down on that far side. Before we go, I want to check there. You're doing great, Acid. Proud of you. I don't see any. I believe this particular herd has moved, and I don't know where to, but as far as it pertains to this stream, that'll be something to figure out sometime later on. So, yeah, another whatever it was, 60 stags or so, and no diamonds or rares. We have a heck of a streak going with no diamonds now. Hopefully that's made up for with a great one in the near future. But anyway, that is going to do it for this stream. So as always, thank you guys for watching. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for all the support. And I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Bye!